So I had a friend of mine, he's white, and on social media, and he says to me, he said, "Hey, Varnum, what you making for the celebration of Martin Luther King Day? Fried chicken? You going to get a rib sandwich from McDonald's?" I'm like, "Man, forget you." And, you know, we say, he said joking, he's joking, so always brothers calm down. And my wife looks over and she's asked me, "Hey, so by the way, what are you cooking for Martin Luther King Day?" I looked over and I told her, "Barbecue ribs." Welcome to this kind of behind the scenes weird thing we're doing at Ask a Black Dad. A woman, my wife, she said, let's do some things, we do cooking things together. So for Martin Luther King Day, we're having traditional soul food, as my white good friend would say, "Y'all eat black folk food, huh?" So what we're gonna have is barbecue ribs, but I'm making them in the oven. Trying to get a little smoky thing in the oven. We're making green, and we're making macaroni and cheese, but the macaroni and cheese is gonna be made with cauliflower. Because my wife is doing this, I can't eat no sugars and no starches, no hard starches and things like that. And I'm also gonna make her this keto, very keto friendly, no bake cheesecake. I'm not a baker and desserts aren't my forte, but we're gonna give it a shot. We got some almond flour, butter, cream cheese. We have these sugar-free chocolate chip morsels. And I got some vanilla too and some butter. We got this stuff, it's imitation sweetener. I don't know. First thing we have to do is we have to melt some butter. Now, I hate to say this, this is a small amount of cheesecake. It's only good enough for maybe 2 people. So they were measuring it in grams. You know, I grew up on St. Clair, so we just St. Clair-ified it. And we just added enough butter that I think is good. So right here we have about 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm gonna have my wife melt this butter down real quick. She's gonna put it on there for like 13 seconds. That's it. I don't want it all the way melted through. I just want it to be heated good enough. I'm gonna take this almond flour, and never used almond flour before. So we put it in here. Put it in the bowl. We got the butter almost melted. I'm gonna have her melt a little more. And to that, just to make it a little more sweeter, I'm gonna add about a quarter teaspoon of this sweetener. Actually, I'm gonna add 2. So now we got the cream cheese. Now some people get light cream cheese or low fat. I didn't want to go that route because you got almond flour, you got this extract, which is no sugars in it. This has no sugars in it. The chocolate that we're gonna do on top has no sugar in it. So what I didn't want to do was, you know, skip on some of the fat, because you do need some fat. At least I do. That's what my wife likes them, because I have fat in me. So now we gotta sweeten up the cream cheese filling. So with this one, I'm gonna sweeten it up with a teaspoon of this mixture. Let me go a little bit over, maybe 2. And a couple of dabs of vanilla. Just a couple of dabs. Nobody likes boring food. Just stir it in. Remember, this is a no-bake cheesecake. Low carbs, keto friendly. You know, starting the new year off right. So then I take it, the cream cheese, and I apply it right inside here. Stir it around. Well, lay it on top, not stir it around. Trying to make it look nice and pretty. Because we do eat with our eyes. Now, what I'm gonna do is take some butter. Take about a teaspoon of butter. Put it in the bowl. Then I'm gonna take some of these sugar-free chips, chocolate chips. We're gonna eat one. Yeah, it is friendly keto. I'm gonna pour it, put it with the butter. I'm gonna hand this to my wife and she's gonna put it in the microwave for about a couple of minutes. For about a minute, less than a minute. 50 seconds. Give me another spoon. That spoon. There you go. Thank you. So once we do it, we melt that down. And what we do, you see like this? You don't want the butter all the way. You're making a chocolate sauce. And what we do then, to help add it to make it a little thicker, now we add a couple of more of these in here that weren't in the microwave. And we just stir it up. Make it a little thicker. Make it a little thicker. And this is gonna be the topping of our cheesecake. Try to get these all down in here. And what you gotta do is you gotta put it in the refrigerator. That's gonna be in the refrigerator for a while, at least an hour or two. And it's gonna harden up. And we're gonna take it out, cut it, and see what it looks like. No, it should be good though. It should be. And if it's not, I'll blame my wife. So anyway, we take the chocolate, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna put it on top. What I want to do is clean up some of this. Some of that. So this is what it looks like. And we're gonna put it in the refrigerator and it's gonna form up. It's gonna, get colder and come together. And in a couple of hours, we're gonna cut slices out of it and show you guys what it looked like. So I'm making macaroni and cheese, because you can't have a barbecue dinner, barbecue rib dinner with greens and no mac and cheese, especially when it's cold outside. So instead of noodles, we're gonna be using cauliflower. Now I didn't buy a whole head of cauliflower. My cauliflower was already cut up and put in bags. We're gonna cut these some more. The key to cutting these is do not cut them too small. Like this little one right here, he's small. He's gonna get mushy real fast. Now I had a thing that I was fighting with. Should I boil these or should I bake them? I decided to go ahead, I'm gonna boil them. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut them up and then we're gonna boil them for 4 minutes in salted water. Kind of the same when you do macaroni noodles. And the reason I decided to boil them is because what I wanted was when you bake them, they have still a crunchy bite factor to it. And most people don't like to have crunchy macaroni and cheese unless it's the topping that has a crunch to it a little bit on it. So I didn't want them like that. So I wanted them to be a little more pliable, soft. Of course, I know all people are gonna say this, all the foodies, you boiling away nutrients and the minerals and the vitamins. And the cheese we're using smoked Gouda. We're using some sharp cheddar. We're gonna use some pepper jack for bite. We're gonna use some paprika, of course, salt, pepper. And we're gonna make a simple roux based on, we're gonna use, again, cream cheese. We're gonna use cream cheese and whipping cream. Again, like I said, because the diet she's on, she doesn't want flour. So that's why we're using the cream cheese to get the fat and get a roux. But we're also gonna get us some bacon. We're gonna cut us some bacon pieces and we're gonna render them down and we're gonna put it all in there. just to make these 2 dishes took half a day. And we don't even have recipes down pat.
You see it's dark outside.
It's dark outside. It is dark outside. It took forever.
Forever.
My respect to Bobby Flav, Michael G. Garvin, all of them, because it took forever.
Forever, ever.
And I'm sure that forever. We did some greens, and we did ribs. We did two different ribs. They were both done in the oven. And don't forget, Miller High Life came to the party. But take this time to say that we have to allow ourselves not only to be accountable. What does that mean? Be accountable for your actions. You can't change the world if you're not being accountable for what you did yesterday. It doesn't work. You have to say, I made a mistake. I was wrong. You don't have to gloat about being right, but you can't be saying, I didn't make a mistake. You were wrong. Dr. King is looked at this in America as he was our shining beacon. I remember when they didn't even want to have a Dr. King holiday. So I remember, I'm old enough to remember that, and a lot of people do. So you can't just say, I'm a whitewash history and change it to fit me. Be accountable for what you did, and let's move forward. Please continue to subscribe. Please continue to watch. Share the videos. What did you do for Martin Luther King's celebration of his birthday? What did you do? Till I see you again, remember,
we love you.
Here's the part you've been waiting for. Who won the $100 Amazon gift card? Well, that goes to our lucky subscriber, Vince Matthew. Vince Matthew, congratulations and thank you for being a subscriber. This is the first giveaway of 2021, but it won't be the last. You too can win. With that being said, remember, wear your face covers, social distancing, protect and love and take care of your family and yourselves, and look out for those that you don't even know. Until I talk to you again, remember, I love you.